out as a small company that made transformers. And they couldn't find the right housings for the transformers. So they started making their own. And you basically started CNC machining plastic sheet, having little fixtures to form them. And they quickly found out that their customers were more interested in the plastic housing than they were in the transformer. So they exited the transformer business and started making plastic housings. And what they discovered was that a lot of their customers were making specialty products, small volume type stuff, industrial controllers, medical devices. And they all faced the same dilemma, which was, what do you put this in? And your choices are very limited. It basically comes down to three. One is, you bite the bullet and you invest in an injection molding tool. $20, $30, $40, $50,000 and on. And that's hard to justify if you're making 1,000 parts a year. The other option, just buy something off the shelf. Look through the catalog, see if you can find a blank, an off-the-shelf housing, make it work for your product, see how you get the holes and the cutouts in there, stick a label on it. But for a lot of custom products, it's just not a viable solution. Which brings me to the third option, and that's what a lot of people still do, custom sheet metal. I mean, if you want something custom, you basically you'll go to a sheet metal house and you'll have them make you a housing. So this company said, well, there's an itch here, and we're going to license the process that we developed. And so that void is what we're targeting. And basically what it is, in a nutshell, we do with plastic sheet what traditionally has been done with sheet metal. We CNC typically an 1/8" thick sheet stock. We cut the V-notches in there along which we bend. We have a CNC controlled thermal line bender, so we heat the plastic up along the scored line and then have a servo controlled folding process. And while we're at it, we put tongues and grooves, a lot of good old woodworking techniques involved here, and snap the part together, design it in such a way that it kind of interlocks, clicks together, hence the name ClickFold. And then the beauty with plastics, of course, is you don't have to weld them. You can use solvents to kind of make the parts fuse together, and that's what we do. So you get a part that, in terms of aesthetics, is close to an injection molded part without the upfront investment. There's no fixture, there's no tool involved. It's strictly the CAD model, which drives the CAM software, which controls all the machines. And so compared to injection molding, the upfront investment is significantly less. Compared to sheet metal, you have a lot more design options, but most importantly, you don't have to paint. So all things being equal, we go through the same steps as our sheet metal counterparts, but we don't have to paint. And recently, we brought on a digital flatbed printer, and this is where this gets really important. The fact that we don't have to paint means we can print on the parts in their flat state prior to forming, which allows us to take advantage of flatbed digital printing technology, whereas with other processes, be it injection molding or sheet metal forming, you're still locked into traditional silk screening. And the beauty of the digital flatbed printing, of course, is that you can print photographic quality directly onto the substrate and do multicolors and halftones at virtually the same cost of a single mass, one color screen print. So we've been